Yes, sir.
Jim Pelletier, 37 Pierce Road. Mr. Moderator, I move that Article 13 be tabled indefinitely.
Excuse me? I didn't hear that. What was that?
I move that Article 13 be tabled indefinitely.
I have a motion and a second to table indefinitely. So go ahead, come on up and speak, sir. You already spoken. Do you want to say something?
No, you just told me to speak.
No, the guy behind you had his hand up. You didn't. Sir, you wanted to say something? No, you don't. Okay. Mr. Kitchen, you want to speak?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I appreciate the effort to table this motion. However, ladies and gentlemen, this motion is to petition the General Court, the General Assembly, if you will, and for those who know Rhode Island, to ask for the permission to appoint members of the Redevelopment Authority. The reason for this is to remove the politics from that particular appointment. The members of the Board of Selectmen are willing to appoint these members, putting our reputations on the line for these appointments. Tabling this motion means that some of the existing members will seek not to serve. And let me tell you the real fundamental reason why this is important for this community. If we don't move forward in a coordinated way in economic development, meaning that the executive branch, the Board of Selectmen, leads that effort. They are the executive branch of government. Then the Redevelopment Authority potentially could go in its own direction with no direction from the Board of Selectmen if they didn't understand who they were appointed by.
Oh, don't speak from there. You don't do that.
Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Mr.
No,
Moderator.
he's speaking.
There's a motion and a second on the floor. That
I
means
understand.
it
We're
goes to vote.
discussing that motion
There's
and
no
we're
discussion. It goes to vote.
No, it doesn't. There's always a motion to discuss on a motion to postpone.
No, there's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you not to vote to postpone this article, as the Redevelopment Authority should be kept under the control of this community, using the Board of Selectmen and making the Board of Selectmen accountable for their actions.
Debatable, no.
Excuse me. I know what I'm doing. There's one other reason not to do this. When you elect these people, they're not elected at the town election. They're going to be elected on the town meeting floor. And we don't have the means to do that. So we're correcting this article. We're not changing it. If you want to have them elected on the general election day, you can do that. Further discussion on the amendment to table. All those in favor, hold on, let me get the time. All those in favor to table the motion indefinitely, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Nay. All right, we're going to a ballot. What do you have in room 2, Mr. Sueco?
Mr. Moderator, I think
All
the
day.
selectmen should recuse themselves, as they will be the appointing board. How can you vote on something?
First of all, you're out of order.
Okay.
You haven't been recognized, and you can't ask them to recuse themselves. They're elected officials. We will be using ballot number 1 for this. Ballot number 1. I need my counters here. I need one box for the other room. Mr. Sueco will be sending that box over. Yep. So the motion is to table indefinitely. If you're in favor of tabling the article, you vote yes. If you're opposed to the article, to postponing indefinitely, you vote no. If yes is the majority, then we will adjourn the meeting because it's the last article. If the no votes prevail, then we will go to the discussion portion of the article as moved. Everybody understand that? We will use ballot number 1. Do I have my counters here? I need my counters up front. I would just tell you, we don't recognize a motion to table, we recognize a motion to postpone, all right? That's how we do it, to postpone indefinitely. Excuse me?
To postpone, I would have postponed, but you have to set a date to postpone.
Not an article, you can postpone it indefinitely. That's allowed. So the motion, the real motion is to postpone.
Mr. Moderator, I
indefinitely.
motion to reconsider, a motion to postpone.
Yeah,
As this was presented to the entire town, we're in a pandemic. You have lowered the people here to 8 people to have a quorum. The entire town voted on this with it being an elected position. Now, during a pandemic, you're going to turn around.
Hold on for a second. I understand this. There's a lot of reasons why we shouldn't be here, but there's also a lot of reasons we should, okay? This is one of them. Please understand, this article is not a general election. It's not part of our election on April 12th.
I know what it is. You're setting up another district like the water district. I know
But
exactly what it is.
but it's set up, no, so that's incorrect, sir. That's incorrect. It's set up for the town meeting, our annual town meeting, to vote for the election of officers or for people in the RDA. Not any other place, it's at the town meeting. And that's what we don't want. We want to have more control of that. That's why the Board of Selectmen are doing that. All right, that's why. It doesn't belong on a town meeting floor. All right, so I'm going to pass this out.
What ballot are we using?
Excuse
What
me?
number? What number are we using?
Number 1. Okay. Any other questions on how to take the vote? All right, ballot number 1. I need one person over in that other room. Oh, you got that, Sue? And then the others just take, I mean, we don't have that many people, so spread out. Make sure you get the police officers who are voters in the back, anybody around here. Has everybody had a chance to vote? Anybody who didn't get a chance to vote? Put your hand up, yell at me, wave at me. All right, everyone has voted? Okay. Okay. The motion was to postpone indefinitely. In favor, 18. Opposed, 25. The motion fails. Now we will go to the main motion. Any discussion on the main motion? Further discussion on the main motion?
Jim Pelletier, 37 Pierce Road. I don't know why this can't be postponed. There is a quorum of 8 here.
Okay,
This
but-
represents the entire town.
We've already voted that, and that lost. So the debate is on the article itself. Just the article. You can speak in favor of it or against it, but the motion to postpone was defeated.
Mr. Moderator, I don't want to belabor this, but I need the voters of Swansea to understand clearly. We are not creating a new entity. The Swansea Redevelopment Authority exists. It exists passed by you at an annual town meeting. If we were a city and we had a mayoral form of government, this act, as passed by the Mass General laws, would allow the mayor, the executive branch of government, to appoint those members. We're asking you to allow the executive branch of government to do the same, to appoint these members and to hold us responsible for their actions.
All right, so if you do it one more time, I'll have you removed. He has the floor. You want to speak after he's done, you're welcome to. But don't yell out when he's talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've worked in economic development most of my life, and I know that successful economic development is directed by the executive branch of government. At the state level, it's at the gubernatorial level. At the city level, it's the mayor. And in your executive branch of government is the Board of Selectmen. Again, I implore you to understand, we're creating nothing new here. We are asking for the authority to ask the general court, meaning our legislature, for the permission to allow the selectmen to appoint these members. And if, by the way, you don't appreciate what those members do, you have a wonderful opportunity every April to vote against us.
Further discussion? Any discussion in room number 2? Mr. Sueco? Did he disappear? Can you hear me?
Yes, unanimous.
We haven't voted yet, Carl. Is there anyone that wants to speak?
No one that wants to speak.
Okay. All those in favor of the main motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries by a simple majority. Yes, sir.
Division of the House. I motion the division of the House.
You gotta, that's the wrong motion. Do you want to challenge the decision of the chair?
I want it counts.
Okay, so you want to say, I dispute the decision of the chair and I need to have 7 voters stand up. So would you like to come back and do that? And again, just make sure you put your name and address in again for the motion. Don't look at that because it's in our bylaws.
I call for a division of the House.
No, you call for a,
I ask for a count to verify
Sure.
voice vote.
our bylaws don't allow that. Our bylaws say that you can ask for a
You're not
count.
going by Robert's Rules of Order?
We have bylaws. At the beginning of the meeting, it's the Commonwealth of Massachusetts general laws, town meeting time, and Robert's Rules of Order, and the Town of Swansea bylaws. Our bylaws say that if you dispute the decision of the moderator, you can dispute that, as you're doing, and if 7 voters stand up with you, then we go to a ballot.
Mr. Moderator, I dispute the decision of the moderator.
Thank you. Is there 7 other voters that want to stand to dispute this? It's, just Jim, put your name and address in for the record so we have the motion.
Jim Pelletier, 37 Pierce Road.
Thank you. I have enough. We're going to go to a ballot vote. Okay, this is a little different. Number 1, we're going to use ballot number 2, all right? A yes vote is in favor of the article. A no vote is opposed to the article. All right, just the opposite of what we just did. Any questions on that? I need my counters up forward again. Don't forget, you're using ballot number 2.
Mr. Moderator,
Yes, sir.
Paul Waple, 99 Swanson Road.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Paul Waple, 99 Swanson Road. I motion that the members of the Board of Selectmen recuse themselves as they're voting to give themselves...
Okay, that motion's
No,
out of
excuse
order.
me.
Stop, you're out of order. There's no recusing here. They're citizens of this town.
So they
They
can
have
give
a right to
themselves-
vote, just like you do.
But they,
So
they-
don't
so they
do
can
it.
vote to give
You
themselves
can-
additional
they-
power.
No, they're not doing that.
Yes, they are.
Sir, sit down. You're out of order. Any further discussion on the article, not on how to vote or anything? Any questions on how to vote? All right, go ahead, start counting. That could change very soon. Yeah, right. You're joking, right? Everybody have a chance to vote? Are we missing anybody? Mr. Sueco, everybody in your room voted yet?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Okay. Anybody out here had a chance to vote yet? Just coming back? Huh? It says it right now. It says it right in. I'll show you. Okay, can I have everybody's attention? At 7:42, on the motion, yay 25, nay 17. The motion carries by a majority.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn and a second. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion to adjourn at 7:42 is unanimous.